So really, getting involved with the GIA program was sort of a self-defense mechanism because I was teaching the media writing class, and we are a very large program on campus, more than 2,000 majors. And so the media writing class was at the time required of all of our mass comm majors. And now it's required of half of our mass comm majors. And I taught that class as a large class of meeting once or twice a week at 8 o'clock in the morning, and then there were 13 to 16 labs associated with the class. And so if I was going to manage that class and have all of these labs, I certainly couldn't teach all those labs. And the administration of the School of Journalism decided, we can hire grad assistants, you can supervise them and teach them how to do it, and they can be the ones who are working in the small lab environment of 20 students.
After that, I remember I stayed back to talk to my professor in that class, and I was like, how do I apply? How do I become a graduate instructional assistant? And she told me that once I got accepted into grad school and all of that I can submit an application, and she just kind of told me what the steps would be. And so that same night I went home, I applied for the graduate program, and it was actually pretty quick. I heard back right away and I got accepted. So then I kind of knew that that's what I wanted to do, and so I focused on getting it done. And then I think I contacted Professor Price, who was the one who was teaching PR campaigns at the time, and I asked her if she could send me the information for the graduate instructional assistant position, and she sent it to me, and then that's when I applied and stuff and got in contact with Professor Fogg.
I hit the ground running. I knew pretty early on that I wanted to be a graduate instructional assistant because of the opportunities that it provided me to actually be in the classroom with the students. I come from a long line of teachers, so having that opportunity to teach in higher education, specifically, in the college, university level, was very important to me. So I spoke with Kim Fox about what that process kind of looked like. I applied, and then I was accepted. I accepted the position, but I came in knowing with a lot of my intentions that I wanted to be involved somehow in that student success, student foundation aspect within the school, and it provided me the opportunity, and it was great.
I feel like this position almost gives me like an upper hand because I've gotten to know the professors on a personal level, and getting to know someone on a personal level is a great connection, first of all, and it helps you in the long run because there's just so many different pathways through connections that you can get, so that really helps. And also the work that they have me doing, it's preparing me for my future career in like the corporate world, so.
Benefits, I have my job now. I was given the opportunity to work on a research project that was,
right?
Yeah, hugely successful. We haven't had a project in-house SJMC that large since then, and that was, cross-pollinated with professors from advertising, public relations, journalism. It really was a team effort, kind of harkening back to what I mentioned, playing for the SJMC team.
Yeah, the GIA is more than assistant professors, because these professors are also willing to assist you, like I said, just let them know what you want to do, and every faculty member is willing to help. And I could give you an example. So there were a lot of faculty members that I've worked with that, I told them, it got to a point I told them that, hey, I love the production that I'm doing, I love what I'm doing, but I also want to get some sort of academic paper. I want to be able to write, research paper, and they help me. I assist them in collecting their methodology and data, and that also helped me to bridge the gap between my production skills and then academia. And so I think one of the things that makes Texas State School of Journalism and Mass Communication graduate assistantship unique is that you're not only assisting faculty members to grade and help them with their classes, but they're also bringing the best in you. Whatever you want to do, every faculty member is willing to help you, and I think that makes it very unique.
After my first semester of my first year being a GIA, they gave me a call a couple days before the spring semester of year 2 and asked me if I was interested in teaching a class. And a really great professor here that I'd taken 2 classes with already, Dan Seed, was teaching a visual storytelling class. And having been a former sportscaster, I had some experience in storytelling, and I'd done pretty well in Dan's classes. So I guess the school thought that I might be able to handle teaching that class. And Dan spent the entire semester prepping me each week, sort of working with me on how I needed to present his curriculum to the class. And Dan was so great. On day 1 of the classroom, he walked in and explained to everybody that this is a teacher's college and that he actually got his start by being a GTA instead of a GIA, and that he was able to teach in some classes, and he explained to everybody that sometimes this happens, and he's going to basically introduce me to the class and then walk away. And I de facto became the teacher. So I was still a graduate instructional assistant, but I was given the opportunity to teach a class.
I would even dare to say that the skills I've learned as a GIA are the majority of my portfolio right now. Because I've had the opportunity to be able to lecture and teach for the advanced social media and analytics undergraduate class, that has taught me so much about leadership, but also I have like physical proof of the work that I've been able to do. So creating, like doing graphic design has been a big part of what I've done. I think also doing classes on different social platforms and seeing the affordances of each platform has allowed me to talk about kind of digital media, which is something that I did not have as a skill before, absolutely not. I was a journalism major, and so the only thing that I was really confident in doing was writing. And so coming into the GIA position and having assignments to classes that I had never taken before, not even as an elective in undergrad, I think that is something that was beneficial. At first, it was really scary. And I was like, why would they do this? I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know any of these skills. But I think that's the beauty and the point of the GIA position, is that you yourself as an employee are actively learning the skills and giving you skills that you didn't have before. Because if I was assigned to, let's say, just like Dino's class, where it's just heavy writing, that wouldn't really benefit me in a way, right? Because I already know how to do that. And so I think that the way that the GIA program is structured is really smart in that way.
This program is definitely going to increase in size in terms of students enrolling into the college, and GIAs needed, and GIAs are very much needed.
Do you want to be working a corporate job from 9 to 5, 40 hours a week, or would you rather have friends in this program and work 20 hours a week and also it be able to benefit your schooling, what you're learning in your classes? You really have the freedom and delegation over your hours. You can work on the weekends if you want. You can work throughout the week. You can be done by Wednesday if you want, right? Like, you really have the power over where your hours go. It's only 20 hours a week. It's really manageable with the schedule that you have in school, and it keeps you within the university and academia environment, and it makes so many connections for you rather than just going off and, you know, doing something that you're not really passionate about. It keeps you in this learning environment where you're constantly excited about what you're gonna learn next and the skills that you can develop next.
I'm applying now.
Yes, yes.
All right, and that's where we'll cut it.
Okay.